What can I do in 2 minutes?
Everything you need to do.
Okay, please, let's just rampage to the next. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So a rampage is what happens when you've been focused in a way that you're allowing the energy to flow. A rampage, the way we mean it, a rampage of well-being or a rampage of appreciation, a rampage is where you're tuned into the frequency, and what you want is flowing with enough momentum, and you're up to speed with it enough that you can keep up to speed with it. We talked earlier today about wanting but, so that there's no momentum and it feels sort of sluggish and slow. But a rampage is where you're up to speed, and so each thought builds on the next and on the next on the next. We would never encourage anyone to attempt a rampage unless they're pretty sure that they're under the influence of source. And when you know for sure that you're under the influence of source, then it's a matter of just relaxing and allowing what your inner being knows about you to flow through you. So this is what your inner being wants to know, and it may seem general to you, but you will feel the specifics of it as it's coming to you. So your inner being speaking to you, just relax and hear what your inner being is saying. The recalibration of your vibration that has taken place in the hours that we've been together is not something that is like a college degree that is yours forevermore. It is something that is in the moment. And so it is an attraction that you've established that will serve you immensely and immediately. You're going to begin to notice in the hours and days that follow this gathering, and we have another hour together, so we're just giving her what she's asking for now. The things that will be coming to you and the way that you will be feeling and the momentum of your life experience in the hours and days that follow are going to be notably different for you, because your set point has changed just in the amount of time that you've been sitting and listening and wondering and contributing and offering your own vibrational frequency. You've been rendezvousing with your inner being much more consistently than you usually do. And so the consistency of that vibration has put you in a place now where, even though from moment to moment you might not be right in that receiving mode, you're close enough to it that more of the things that you've been wanting to understand are going to come into your experience. It's going to feel awesome to you. It's going to feel almost startling to you in some cases when information comes to you, as our friend just said, with such ease. You're going to notice patterns in your experience where one thing leads to another and leads to another and leads to another. You'll have a conversation with one friend, and then you'll see someone totally not related to that conversation. They'll be picking up where you just left off. Words that you have not ever heard or used much in your life, someone will say it, and then you'll start noticing it over here and over here and over here. You're going to begin to notice the mastery of the universe working on your behalf. At first it will feel to you like it's just coincidental, but then the patterns will become so proficient, they will be coming so quickly into your experience that you will begin to realize that, as Esther says, it's like the magic has begun. It's like, here I am in the flow of all of this. And it's not magic, it's just the natural sequence of events that follows when your frequency has been held at a higher vibration for a longer period of time. But things subtle and not so subtle are going to be happening in your life experience. The first thing that you're going to notice is that you just feel better more of the time. When you wake up, you'll have more of a feeling of being happy to come into the day. Don't work too hard at any of this. Let the next few days of your life experience be that of watching the movie or receiving. This movie is not going to be only that which comes through your mind. It's going to be a movie made up of all of the characters of your life experience. And so many of the people who are in your life now who have had personality characteristics that you have been observing will be different to you, because you have activated within yourself a different frequency, and therefore you will be attracting something different from them. Think of them as the characters in your new movie. Notice how many more cooperative components are gathering around you, and notice how much you do not care about those components that are not cooperative. It's like the things are so much better, you're feeling the power of your own being so much that it really doesn't matter. The things that have been bothering you are irrelevant. In fact, they're not bothering you at all. In fact, you're not even going to be able to remember the things that have been bothering you, because they're not active in your, they're not bothering you now, and as they're not active and not bothering you now, they can't come forward into your experience, and things that you have been wanting are going to come into your experience in much more abundance. So just take it easy as you are moving forward in the days that are following, because a whole lot has been going on here. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
First of all, this is awesome being here with people that were coming from afar, and we're all here to feel good. It's awesome. Love it. So my question is about relationships, and as our friend with the chocolate had mentioned about practicing a vibration, I think that kind of answered part of my question, but I've been told or led to believe that maybe I have like a fear of commitment in a relationship. I know, because I've had several relationships. I like to get new cars often. I move a lot, and so do I like to experience new things? Am I in a perpetual step one?
Well, here's the thing. This is the day to have this conversation about relationships, because you're all primed for it as a result of the conversation that we've had already here today. And you just want to ask yourself this one question about you and the relationship that you're moving to, let's say. And that is, am I seeking this relationship because it will be a condition that will help me to feel better? Or have I accomplished alignment and I feel better, and therefore this relationship is occurring to me or has been realized by me as a result of my alignment? In other words, am I filling the void with this relationship, or is there no void? And in my alignment, now I am receiving the impulses to the path that lead me to the relationship that I've put into my vortex. Big difference, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Because the majority of those who are seeking relationship want it because they believe they will feel better in the having of it. It's a condition, it's an improved condition that they believe they need in order to feel good. And that's what goes wrong with relationships, because what you're saying to each other is, I need you for me to be whole, which means, first of all, you have to meet these standards, and you have to always be present, and you can't let me down. And nobody can do that for nobody. In other words, no one can do that for you. And yet almost everybody is looking for their partner to do that for them. And that's why people are moving through relationships. It's because this one works for a little while and then it doesn't. And then this one works for a little while and then it doesn't. And then this one works for a little while and then it doesn't. Then this one works for a little while and then it doesn't. If you find vibrational aligned stability first, then the path to the relationship that is the satisfying relationship that you have put into your vortex will flow to you easily. Don't you like knowing that?
Mm-hmm. So did I give up too soon? Did I not clean up vibration in that last relationship? Or was there somebody else in my vortex?
Well, it's not about somebody else. It's about you needing that person to be the way you needed that person to be in order for you to feel the way you wanted to feel. You see, relationships, this is going to sound odd, but we want to say it in a way that you will never forget it. A relationship is not about a partnership with another person. A relationship is about accomplishing relationship between you, and then another person who will enhance that will flow into your experience. But if you make the relationship about you and me, it's not ever going to work out. It's got to be about me and my alignment, and then what happens after that. So sometimes we say to people, yeah, you took score too soon because there was potential for coming into alignment. But what we really want to say is, you were trying to fill a void with that relationship, and until the void is filled, don't look for another one. That was blunt. And really good advice.
Ouch, and thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Good?
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. If someone looks deep into your eyes and says, you fulfill me, run fast. If someone says to you, I cannot live without you, run like the wind. If someone says to you, before you, I was nothing, go running and screaming into the woods. If someone says to you, I like you pretty good, let's see how it goes, say, all right. If someone says, I'm having a really wonderful day, and you keep coming into my mind, then say, we might be meant to be together. Feel the difference?